Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Abimbola. Today I would show us how to wrap our bra cup with the main fabric and the lining fabric. So I earlier posted a tutorial on my channel where I showed us how to cover up our bra cup with the main fabric. So someone requested for how to cover up with the lining, and that is exactly why I'm doing this tutorial. So for this tutorial, you need your bra cup, your lining fabric, your main fabric, your scissors, your tape rule, and all other necessary materials for cutting and sewing. So I've gone ahead to put an interface on my main fabric. I'm using a crepe fabric here. So I have my stay already on the crepe fabric. So the first thing I would do is to dart my cup. So I'll fold it into two and get the midpoint. From the midpoint, I'll take 1/2 inch and come down by 2.5 inches. So I'll take that now. So my dart has been created already. So I'll go ahead now and trim off the excess we have at that point. Once that is done, go ahead and place your fabric on fold. You also put your bra cup on fold and then place it on your folded fabric. Now you go ahead to trace out your bra cup on your fabric. So I'm actually using a marker in this case just for it to be visible. Please, if you are working with a client's fabric, do not make use of a marker pen. So I'll go ahead now and trace out my cup on my folded fabric. So now I'm done tracing, and then I would go ahead to add up my seam allowance around the marked bra cup. I'm done adding the same allowance, so I'll go ahead now and cut it out. So this is what we have after cutting our main fabric. So the next thing I'll do now is to cut our lining. So I'll also put it on fold and place our main fabric on it to cut out our lining. So go ahead and cut out your lining fabric for the cup. So these are my cup, and I've cut out the lining and the main fabric. I'll take it to the sewing machine now, and at that folded part of the cup, I'll run a stitch from the top to the very end. So that is what you see on the screen now. I have gone ahead to join the two parts of my main fabrics together, and so I'll give it a notch just for it to relax. Once I'm done with that, I took it to the ironing table and I pressed opened my seam, and this is what I have for the main fabric and for the lining. I've gone ahead to press. So then I will insert my cup on the main fabric and then pin it down. I will ensure I properly secure the main fabric and pin it down. Remember that we added 1/2 inch seam allowance around this fabric. So ensure you pin it down and it's firm. So this is what I have after pinning. So I'll take it to the sewing machine and sew round the cup. I will sew round the cup like so. If you have watched this tutorial to this point, kindly subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. And this is it. I'm done sewing. You can see 1/2 inch round. This is what it looks like at behind. So I'll remove my pins now and show you what next to do. So I've taken out all my pins. Next, I would bring my lining, and then I will place it the center of the lining to the center of my main fabric. The two lines must match up like so, and then I'll pin that part first. So next, I'll pin down the lining fabric and the main fabric together at the top, and then I'll take it to the sewing machine and sew at the top like so. So now the lining has been sewn down with the main fabric, and I went ahead to trim off a little bit at that point. So this is what we have. The next thing now, I'll flip over my lining and then pin it down. But then I would also use my pins to hold it down firmly at the top like so that it doesn't move at that part. That part needs to relax. So I will ensure I pin it down. So when I'm sewing around the cup, it doesn't shift. So that is what you see me drawing that part firmly and then pinning it down like so. And this is what the top part looks like after pinning. The next thing I will do now, I will also go ahead and fix my hemming gum underneath the lining fabric. This is just a way of securing my lining together with my cup. Remember that I already ran a stitch around the cup when I pinned down the cup and the main fabric together. So that stitch actually holds down the cup to the main fabric. So the hemming gum will also help hold down the lining to the main fabric. So I'll insert it like that before I go ahead to pin down my lining to the cup. So the first thing I did was to pin it down at the middle point. Then next I will pull my lining such that I don't have any excess, and then I'll pin it round, starting from the upper part. I'll go ahead now and pin down the main fabric together with the lining fabric. So I'll pin it down around the cup like so. And once I'm done pinning, I'll take it to the sewing machine and run my stitch on the same line I initially sewed the main fabric to the cup. So I've done that here and I'm taking out my pins now. And this is what we have. So the next thing I will do is to take my cup to the ironing table and press open. I'll flip it up like so and then press like that. And this is what I have after pressing. You can see that my lining is properly fixed to the cup now. So next, I will trim off the excess around the cup and then take it to my overlocking machine and then weave round. And finally, this is what our cup looks like inside and outside. I hope this tutorial helpful. Thank you so much for watching to this very point. Please do well to subscribe to my channel and also share my videos with your friends who might need it, and do well to turn on your notification bell so that you'll be notified when I upload a new video. Bye for now and see you in my next video.